Sometimes, life teaches us that joy doesn't always come from what we can do with our bodies, but from what we allow our hearts to feel. This is the story of a man who spent years confined to his bed, and yet found happiness in the simplest of places, a window across the street. His name was Henry, a veteran of war. His body had betrayed him, leaving him bedridden for years. The days were long, the nights even longer. For many, such a life would feel like a prison. But Henry had a secret escape, a small window across the street. At first, it was just passing glances, a child running across the living room, a woman setting the table for dinner. Laughter carried faintly through the air, but slowly, Henry began to live through them. That house became his world. From his bed, Henry watched the seasons of life unfold. He saw the boy in that house learn to walk, stumble, fall, and rise again. He saw birthdays celebrated, candles blown, presents unwrapped. He saw tears too, moments of grief, goodbyes, and loss. Every detail became part of his story. Henry began writing letters, to no one in particular, letters filled with the life he witnessed from his window. In those pages, he described the joy of a child's laughter, the warmth of a mother's embrace, the comfort of an ordinary evening. He wrote, because even though his own body could no longer live those moments, his soul still could. He realized something profound, that happiness is not always about what happens to us. Sometimes, it's about what we choose to see. He chose to see love. He chose to see beauty, and that made his broken body feel whole again. One morning, Henry's window no longer opened. His journey had ended, but his letters remained. Words written by a man who lived more from his bed than many do in a lifetime of freedom. His legacy was simple, yet eternal. Life is worth noticing. Even when you cannot touch it, you can still feel it. This was the window across the street, a reminder to us all that even in stillness, there can be movement. Even in silence, there can be meaning. And even in the smallest of moments, there can be joy.